Well, pretty good weather to kick off this spring break, but it also means that it's shaping up to be a pretty powerful storm. I've been trying to think of the right word, cooking up, brewing up, or whatever it is. These stagnant hot conditions are going to lead to some pretty severe weather. Right now, we're looking at those temperatures change over the last 24 hours. Last week, we were in those 80s. Now we've dropped down into those 70s, dealing with that colder weekend, making a good 30-degree run, and we're going to cool off back down into those 50s. Only a couple more degrees right now, but back up into the 80s for tomorrow to help build up more of this energy. We're going to see get pulled all the way up towards Wisconsin. Right now, 58 in San Angelo. Everybody else in a mixture of those 60s. Now, we have seen pockets of cold all day, and as we cool off, we're still seeing some of those warm spots in abnormally strange areas. 58 here in San Angelo, 65 in Junction. But you look over there in El Dorado, that's been kind of the variation all day, where they've been several degrees cooler than only in a short distance. Right now, 61 in Sterling City, 4 degrees right now across the entire region, where we did see these humidity indices nearly double, while those dew points have come up near those freezing levels. But we're still seeing some of that dry air off to the northwest. Now, this delineation of moisture we're really starting to see as a result of this subtropical ridging pushing down from this very strong low pressure that's going to give us a hard time as we make our way towards St. Patrick's Day, but keep things warm through this spring break. Now, it's going to cut off from the upper level pattern and become a big storm way over Nevada, Arizona. This is going to pull a lot of cold air with it and a lot of moisture, but as it makes its way in across the Concho Valley, this is where it's really going to get powerful in that Ohio River Valley. The temperatures usually correlating with a lot of this moisture. You're going to see it pull a lot of this heat all the way up into the Ohio River Valley, but look how stark that gradient is as far as dry air and moist air is concerned. Going to be pretty severe storms. You can even see that moisture wrapping around right here near Nebraska. When we look at the satellite, you can see the storm already shaping up as it takes aim there at the west coast. You can see the high pressure and that subtropical jet really keeping things light and comfortable for now. And we're going to see those temperatures drop down into those 60s. Futurecast only goes out a couple days. You can see a lot of this snow really aiming at Idaho, goes into Wyoming. They're already seeing winter weather alerts, goes over Colorado. Now it's going to pull moisture up from the Gulf. That's going to pull those warm temperatures, but you see that dry area of moisture. Look at how strong these storms are across Iowa and Nebraska. Going to be pretty severe with a lot of this warm temperatures we've been seeing over the past couple days. Going to be pretty interesting because right behind it, we're going to see how cold things are going to be. Looking like the 60s right now for a pretty cold St. Patrick's Day. So tonight, getting down into the 50s, still keeping pretty warm with that southerly flow, pumping tons of moisture into the Concho Valley. Then tomorrow, it's warming up as those clouds clear out. Going to get all the way up into those 80s, but it doesn't stop getting hot from there. We're going to get all the way up into those upper 80s. By Friday, that's when we can finally see some of these storms really push through and cool off all the way down into those 60s. But those severe storms are really going to start kicking off as we make our way towards St. Patrick's Day. Don't let these storms ruin that for you as we level off in those 60s, while those lows are going to continue to stay comfortable in those 50s while they level out in those 40s. Stay tuned on more for the break. You're watching KSAN News at 10.